Hey everyone! In this video, we'll uncover the most valuable USA 50-state quarters dollar you should be on the lookout for. We'll break down what makes these silver 50-state quarters dollar so special, how much they're worth in today's market, and what you need to know to sell them successfully at auction. So let's get started. First up, in 2000, the United States Mint released the South Carolina quarter as part of the 50-state quarters program, a historic series that honored each state in the order they ratified the Constitution or joined the Union. The South Carolina quarter commemorates the year 1788, when South Carolina became the 8th state to ratify the United States Constitution. The reverse design of this coin is rich with symbolism and state pride. It features the outline of the state with 3 important images inside: a palmetto tree, the Carolina wren, and yellow jessamine. The palmetto tree represents strength and resilience, recalling the defense of Fort Moultrie during the Revolutionary War. The Carolina wren is the state bird, and yellow jessamine is the state flower. Together, these elements highlight South Carolina's natural beauty and historical identity. The obverse, as with all state quarters, displays the portrait of George Washington. Your coin is the 2000 South Carolina quarter with the D mint mark, meaning it was struck at the Denver Mint. Denver produced hundreds of millions of these quarters for circulation, making them widely available today. The coin is composed of copper nickel clad, not silver or gold, so its intrinsic metal value is limited to face value. However, collectors value it as part of the popular 50-state quarter series, which introduced millions of Americans to coin collecting at the start of the new millennium. You described your coin as being in dirty condition with some scratches. This suggests that it is circulated heavily and may have accumulated grime, discoloration, and surface marks over time. Circulated coins often show wear on high points of the design, such as Washington's hair and the finer details of the palmetto tree. Scratches typically result from contact with other coins in everyday handling. In grading terms, a dirty coin with visible scratches usually falls within the good to fine range, depending on how much detail remains visible. In today's auction market, most circulated 2000D South Carolina quarters sell for close to face value. Typical examples in worn condition generally trade between 25 cents and $1. Coins in better circulated condition with cleaner surfaces might reach $1 to $3, especially if they have attractive eye appeal. However, a value of $100 is far above the normal market range for a standard circulated example. For a South Carolina quarter to reach or approach $100, it would usually need to have a significant minting error, exceptional uncirculated grades certified by a major grading service, or some rare variety. High-grade uncirculated examples graded MS67 or higher by professional services such as PCGS or NGC can bring higher prices, sometimes reaching $50 to $100, depending on demand and availability. These coins must have minimal marks, strong luster, and nearly flawless surfaces. A circulated coin in dirty condition with scratches would not typically qualify for those high values unless it has a notable and verified minting error, such as an off-center strike, double die, missing clad layer, or dramatic die crack. If you are considering selling your coin, presentation plays an important role. Take clear photographs of both sides under natural light, showing the date, mint mark, and any scratches or toning. Be honest in the description, stating that it is a 2000D South Carolina state quarter in circulated, dirty condition with visible scratches. Avoid cleaning the coin with chemicals or polishing tools, as cleaning can reduce value and make the surface look unnatural to collectors. Gentle handling is always best.
Next up today, we are taking a close look at the 1999 Georgia State Quarter, a coin that represents one of the original 13 colonies and holds an important place in modern American numismatic history. This coin is part of the famous 50-state quarters program issued by the United States Mint between 1999 and 2008. The coin honors the state of Georgia, which ratified the Constitution in 1788. And that historic year is proudly displayed on the reverse design. This specific coin carries the P mint mark, which indicates that it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. In 1999, millions of Georgia quarters were produced at Philadelphia, making it a very common coin in circulation. Because of the high mintage numbers, most examples found in circulated condition do not carry high premium value over face value. You mentioned that this coin is in dirty condition, with some scratches. Condition plays a very important role in determining market value. A coin described as dirty usually means it has been heavily circulated. Dirt, toning, or discoloration can reduce eye appeal, and scratches can further lower the grade. In numismatic grading terms, a dirty coin with visible scratches would likely fall into the good to very good range, depending on how much detail remains on the design. In today's auction market, a 1999 Georgia quarter with a P mint mark in circulated, dirty condition with scratches typically sells for around 25 cents to $1 at most. Even in better circulated grades such as fine or very fine, the value usually remains under $2 unless the coin is in uncirculated mint state condition. It is important to clarify that prices like $300 or $700 are not realistic for a regular circulated 1999 Georgia quarter. Such high values are only possible if the coin has a rare mint error, such as a double die, off-center strike, or is struck on an incorrect planchet. Another factor that could increase value significantly would be if the coin were graded at a very high mint state level, such as MS67 or higher by a professional grading service. Even then, values would depend heavily on demand and population reports. If your coin has no major mint errors and shows normal circulation wear with dirt and scratches, its auction value today would realistically be around face value to perhaps $1 at most. Cleaning the coin is not recommended, as cleaning can damage the surface and reduce collectible value further. While this particular example may not be worth hundreds of dollars, it still carries historical and collectible importance as part of the first year of the State Quarters series. Many collectors continue to assemble complete sets, and every state quarter tells a piece of America's story. Even a circulated Georgia quarter can be a meaningful part of a collection, especially for those who appreciate the history behind the design.
Now we are looking at the 2005 Minnesota State Quarter, another coin from the popular 50 State Quarters program issued by the United States Mint. The 2005 Minnesota Quarter represents the state of Minnesota, which was admitted to the Union in 1858. This coin was released as part of the second half of the State Quarters series and remains widely collected today. This specific coin carries the P mint mark, meaning it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. In 2005, the Philadelphia Mint produced hundreds of millions of Minnesota quarters for circulation. Because of the extremely high mintage, these coins are very common in everyday change. You mentioned that the coin has a black color shade, is dirty, and has some scratches. A black or dark color shade on a clad quarter usually results from heavy circulation, environmental exposure, or natural toning. Dirt and scratches indicate wear from being used in commerce for many years. In coin grading terms, such a coin would likely fall into the good G to fine F range, depending on how much design detail remains visible. Scratches can lower the grade further, especially if they are deep or distracting. In today's auction market, a regular 2005 Minnesota quarter with a P mint mark in dirty and circulated condition typically sells for face value, which is 25 cents. Even in better circulated grades, the value usually remains between 25 cents and $1. Uncirculated mint state examples might sell for a few dollars depending on quality, but still nowhere near hundreds of dollars. It is important to clearly explain that a value of $700 is not realistic for a normal circulated 2005 Minnesota quarter. Such a high price would only be possible if the coin had a significant and rare mint error. Interestingly, Minnesota quarters are known for certain double die varieties, sometimes called the extra tree variety, where additional tree-like shapes appear due to die doubling. Some of these error coins have sold for higher premiums, especially in uncirculated condition.
However, even most of these error coins do not reach $700 unless they are in exceptional condition and certified by a professional grading service. If your coin simply has dark toning, dirt, and scratches without any major mint error, its realistic auction value today would remain around face value to possibly $1 at most. Cleaning the coin is not recommended, as cleaning can damage the surface and reduce any potential collector value. Although the coin may not be worth hundreds of dollars, it still has historical and collectible appeal as part of the State Quarter series. Many collectors enjoy completing full sets of all 50 states, and each design tells a unique story about American heritage. If you want to determine whether your coin has any valuable error, it is best to examine it carefully under magnification or consult a professional coin dealer.